Hi there, thanks for joining me in this video. This video I want to discuss some basic questions with regards to visitor visa. The first question we get is how much is enough money that I need to show in my bank account when I want to invite someone to Canada? That's a very good question, but it's not a question that can easily be answered. When Citizenship Immigration Canada reviews a visitor visa application, they look at the file holistically. They don't just focus on one or the other document. They focus on several documents. They look at travel history, they look at financials, they look at purpose of travel, they look at employment opportunities, they look at ties to your home country. So it's not just one thing that they look at and then say, okay, if you have X amount of dollars in your bank account, then your application is going to be positive. So how much will depend on other documents. But the rule of thumb is the longer you ask to be invited or to come to Canada, the higher your bank account number should be. So for a 2-week visit, it's reasonable to say 2,000 to 3,000 should be enough for a 2-week visit. If it's, let's say, a 1-month visit, then I would say 5,000 is a reasonable amount to have. Keep in mind, there are clients who have shown $50,000 in their account and still the application unfortunately has been negative. And that's because of my first point, that they didn't have other documents or didn't make other arguments to make sure that they had a positive outcome. So do not just focus on one. It's make sure when you look at the file, when you're submitting your application, have you proven everything to the officer? Have you proven that truly this is a visit to Canada, that your intentions are to return back to to your home country, that you have enough ties to return to, that this is strictly to come and enjoy your friends, your family, visit the touristic attractions that Canada has to offer, but your intentions are to return back. The second thing is how long should the bank account be open for and how long should I prove my funds? And again, obviously Immigration Canada requests 6 months of bank statements. And the reason why they ask this is they want to make sure that you just didn't deposit a chunk of money into the account from a friend or family member, and then as soon as the visitor visa is approved, the family member takes back their funds. And that happens a lot. So 6 months is the rule of thumb. However, I've been very successful with showing 1 month of bank statements. So again, it goes back to my previous point, it's not just one document that they look at. So if you have ample travel history, ample ties to your home country, and you show a bank account of 1 month, most likely your chances of success are high. Versus showing 6 months of bank statement and having no travel history, no ties to your home country, no reason for really traveling to Canada. So keep that in mind. And the last thing that I want to mention is who should be my inviter. And again, technically for visitor visa, you don't even need an inviter. You can say that I'm coming to visit Canada and see the touristic attraction it has to offer. However, having an inviter does increase the probability of success. And who your inviter is also very important. So let's say you choose an inviter. The officer would want to know, who is this person? What is your relationship to this person? Why do you want to visit this person? What is the financial capability of this person? Especially if you're going to stay with the person's home, then you should have a letter that states that accommodations and so forth is given to you. And why Canada? Why not go to Germany or the US or Sri Lanka, for example? So you have to emphasize the importance of this trip. And why this trip and this inviter is important to you for the 2 weeks or 1 month. The last thing I want to mention is the duration of your visit. A lot of people want to visit and say, I want to come to Canada for 6 months. However, their documents are extremely weak. If your documents are weak, ask for lesser time. Ask for 2 weeks to 1 month. And the reason why I say this is because once you're inside Canada, you most likely are able to apply for an extension anyways and to be allowed to remain in Canada longer. So the key is to get your foot into Canada, to be allowed entry, and then keeping you here is far easier than getting you here. If you have questions about the visitor visa or would like to speak to one of us about your specific situation, feel free to call us today. Thanks so much, and until next time.